What up, what up, what up, people of Earth? You know what time it is. Time for Who News you probably won't remember next week. Vaughn Johseph here. Thanks for listening or watching. If you're watching me, feel free to watch. Feel free to comment below because the videos are back, baby. That's why the show's late this week, because I didn't have the website ready. Well, the website is back. We're back, baby. So you can check us out on video at v3tv.uk. So you can see all the clips, but all the stuff's still at YouTube. But rest assured, all the views that you see on our website go directly to the YouTube channel. So let's just get you some news that you're not going to remember next week and get you on with your day. It's time for Who News you won't remember next week. Let's go. What's up, guys? Vaughn Johseph here, doing Who News you probably won't remember next week. As I said at the top of the show, the website is back up at v3tv.uk. It's time to start taking this stuff seriously again and not be all in my feels about Google demonetizing my platforms. So I'm gonna just be me and just enjoy the show, enjoy the ride. Getting cold coffee. My least favorite thing to do when it comes to drinking coffee. Wow, why do I always look like I'm on some sort of like sedative or something in the camera? Like, can we make it so I don't look like I'm on drugs? People are probably thinking I'm on drugs or something. You guys, I'm not on drugs at the moment. National Calendar Day. On this day in history, we're going to teach you something that you hopefully won't forget next week, but you probably won't remember it because it's all stuff that we learned in school anyway. It's a refresher course for your December 21st, 2022. The year is 355 days gone, 97% in the background, you guys. It's the 51st week of the year. You got 4 days left until Christmas, which means 3 shopping days. Let's get you on this National Calendar Day and on with your day. How you like that new gliding camera, people? I'm trying to level up. We're leveling up for Money 23. I don't know why this website has been populating so strangely, but it's Anne and Samantha Day. I don't know who Samantha Smith is, but we certainly know who Anne Frank is. Celebrated biannually on the summer solstice and the winter solstice. Anne and Samantha Day honors Anne Frank and Samantha Smith. We don't know who Samantha Smith is. We know who Anne Frank is. Her family fled Nazi Germany for the relative safety of Amsterdam. Can we find out who Samantha Smith is? Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys. Samantha Smith, the daughter of an instructor of college literature and a social worker. Samantha Smith was born June 29, 1972. When she was 10 years old, she sought to understand the Cold War between the United States and Russia by writing a letter to the Soviet leader Yuri Andropov. Is this the girl that said, "We don't want to make war if you don't want to make war," or something like that? I remember her. I don't know if this is her or not. I'm scamming ahead. She became known as America's youngest ambassador. She traveled to the Soviet Union and wrote a book about her visit. She traveled the world participating in peacemaking. I don't know if this is her or not. I have a strong feeling it is. Cool. I'm hoping it is her. I won't remember that face, obviously, from when I was a kid, but I do remember seeing a young girl on the news a lot back then, and I'm so sure it's her. Moving on, it's National Maine Day. Boy, the state of Maine, they need a day. You guys need a day up there in Maine because there's probably not a lot going on in Maine. My mom used to live in Maine with my dad before they had me. I think I might have been conceived in Maine. Ugh. So National Maine Day, December 21st, recognizes the 23rd state to join the Union and the most eastern one, too. How exciting. Maine. They're known for lobster and, yeah. It's Humbug Day. This really gets to me. It's December 21st, 4 days before Christmas. Humbug Day on December 21st recognizes the Ebenezers, the Scrooges, Grinches, and Curmudgeons who suck the joy out of the holiday season. Okay, so let's just say that that's what a humbug or a Scrooge is. He's somebody that just... Why is this on a loop? He's just somebody, or there's somebody that just is never happy with the holiday or whatever. They take the joy out of the holiday season. So people always ask me, "Oh, what are you doing for Christmas?" Or, "Whoa, where's your tree?" I'm like, "I don't have a tree." They're like, "Oh, you're a Scrooge." Why am I a Scrooge? Because I don't have a tree. I don't put the pagan stuff up because I'm not Christian. I don't have any children in the house. I don't have any family here. What am I getting it festive for? Me? I want it to be festive. I'll go into town. It's festive 2 blocks that way. Not even. They don't know what blocks are here in the UK. Anyway, I'm not a Scrooge. I just don't decorate my house, you guys. Come on. Lighten up. Winter solstice. On this day, it's the day between December 20th and 23rd. It's like the longest day. Yeah. The winter solstice is the shortest day and the longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. It occurs annually between December 21st and December 23rd. This is what Christmas was all about, you guys, for you people that don't really know that Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. It was a celebration that the longest, coldest part of the year was over. Let's get together and have some autumnal mead. Nothing to do with any of this other stuff. But I'm a Scrooge for pointing stuff like that out. National Homeless Persons Remembrance Day. Jesus. Remembrance Day? Why are we forgetting them? Shouldn't it be every day? National Homeless Persons Remembrance Day on the first day of winter. Is it the first day of winter? That's you dummy. Winter solstice. Seems like it's been winter for a minute. Seems like winter moves back further and further, but I guess it's always been December 21st, hasn't it? I knew this. I'm just getting older. National Homeless Persons Remembrance Day on the first day of winter remembers those in the homeless community who have died the previous year. My goodness. Can we not do these sad song stories like... Well, anyway, moving on. I was watching a podcast yesterday, or an interview of a podcaster. Guy who does Soft White Underbelly. Homelessness is crazy, man. Mental health. People just giving up. I see a name on here I'm not going to be able to pronounce, so you have that to look forward to. It's National French Fried Shrimp Day. What the hell are French fried? Why are the French always trying to like take over some stuff? It's just popcorn shrimp, deep fried shrimp, or as it's not even scampi. I don't get, because scampi in the UK is deep fried shrimp. Scampi in America is cooked in a ramekin and it's in butter, garlic butter. That's scampi. This stuff you guys have is just popcorn shrimp. Get it at KFC while supplies last. On December 21st, seafood lovers celebrate National French Fried Shrimp Day. Enjoyed all year long, this delicious dish delights many across the country. Why are you guys calling it French fried shrimp in America? Americans eat more shrimp than any other seafood. Well, yeah. I'll just leave that there. I won't even comment on that one because it's not worth the energy. Moving on. How many more of these national calendar days do we have? My goodness. Jesus. Phileas Fogg win a wager day. Okay. Phileas Fogg win a wager day on December 21st commemorates a date in fictional history. Fictional days. The classic novel Around the World in 80 Days by French novelist Jules Verne. December 21st is the date illustrious main character... who cares? It's not even a real day. A real character. When's Rocky Balboa Day? Did somebody in Philly come up with this list edition? National Crossword Puzzle Day. I think that goes without definition or explanation, rather. And finally, good googly goo, National Flashlight Day, Day of Winter Solstice, or National Torch Day if you are over here in the UK. Why are we not getting a repeat on this? Can somebody inform me as to what is going on with the music today? Because the music is certainly not doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. Probably can't even hear that, but it's good. It's for me. It's for me. National Flashlight Day on the same day as winter solstice reminds us to turn on some lights during the shortest day of the year. Turn on some lights, light a candle on the Teddy Pendergrass side of the game, guys. That's what you want to do. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe if you're watching this on the YouTube. Feel free to sign up for emails if you're watching this on b3tv.uk. That way you know when there's a new video posted. You don't want to miss. Like, subscribe, hit the bell and notifications if you're on the YouTube. And if you're just listening, you can subscribe. That helps us out. We appreciate that. Let's move on to on this day in history so that you can learn something. On this day in 1898, our featured event, radium, was discovered by Marie and Pierre Curie. Why you gotta put Pierre in there? I never heard no Pierre before. It was always her. Why are they stealing her thunder? On this day in 1898, having recently discovered polonium, future Nobel Prize winners Marie and Pierre Curie discovered the radioactive chemical element radium, a silvery white metal that would be used to treat cancer. Happy birthday to all you birthday people out there today. And if today is your birthday, you're celebrating it with British-born Canadian actor Kiefer Sutherland, who was born in 1966. 1957, American comedian and actor Ray Romano from Everybody Loves Raymond, amongst other things, obviously. 1940, American musician Frank Zappa. You guys are keeping some good company today. 1937, American actress Jane Fonda. And rounding out this list, 1926, American football coach Joe Paterno. Some monsters born on this day. I didn't know Florence. I didn't even know Flojo was dead. That's crazy. Flojo was born today on this day. She was an American athlete, ran track. I think she had those really long nails. She was a track star. She was born on this day, 1959. I don't know why she's not in my list over here, but she's the featured biography on the Britannica.com website. You can go check that out. I legit did not know that she was dead. I just maybe didn't remember. 38 years old. Let's take a moment to celebrate the fact that we're still here, because if you didn't want to be, you wouldn't be. Let's just put it bluntly. But we've lived longer than some people that have done some really cool stuff. Is that their deal? Is that the unfortunate? They got to be stars, but didn't get to be here long. But we're here enjoying each other's company. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. More events on this history on this day. 2017, American astronaut Bruce McCandless, the first person to conduct an untethered free flight in space. Again, died at 80. Stop giving me people that died, you guys. Come on. 2012, the music video for South Korean singer PSY's humorous pop song Gangnam Style became the first video on YouTube to garner 1 billion views today. 1 billion views. Wow. I don't want to talk about planes blowing up over Lockerbie, Scotland, or any of these black and white pictures. So we're going to move on to the weird news that's almost always never weird. So let's hit it and see what we can find for you guys today. Hopefully something of interest. Mom bans Christmas presents for kids as she doesn't want a cluttered home. Okay, it's an interesting start, and I'm called the Scrooge. Let's see what happens with this one. No, we don't even care about that lady. Man astonished to learn proper use for slot on his car after 38 years on Earth. This is on the news. What's weird to me is that you guys would even put this on the internet. How I got to get our podcast channel on the internet, on the Mirror. I have to. How are these stories weird? How are they even up here? Basically, this guy didn't know that you take the gas cap off and there's a little slot on the door of the gas. That's weird news. Anyway. Mom in hysterics after noticing X-rated detail in Julia Donaldson book. Well, I think we're going to have to take a look. Let's take a look. Well, this is awkward. One mom's nightmare routine with her child took an unexpected X-rated turn. Would the kid have even known that it was about to take an X-rated turn? Probably not. I'm going to say probably not. Mom of three, Stacey Brown, and the mom of three, Stacey Brown, shared the hilarious incident on Facebook, and it's made others admit that they'll never unsee it. She was reading The Smartest Giant in Town by Julia Donaldson when she noticed the rude detail in the illustration. The picture of the giant's sock-covered foot sticking out of the end of the trousers went viral after she shared the post online. All right, let me see if we can see this. Okay. Here's the picture. I'm looking at the picture. You probably can see the picture. Shall we pull the picture to the side for later so that people can see? That's the picture. We're not live today. Psych. I can do this live, can't I? I'm looking for the X-rated picture here. I want to see it without being told and then see if I'm actually offended by anything I see. I'm looking. I see the picture. There's a bunch of mice. There's a mother mouse, and she's holding the hand of one of her children, and the other child is looking up. I don't see anything X-rated about this picture. I see another mouse climbing on his shoe, another mouse looking up. They all are kind of just looking up. There's a goat wearing a shirt. He got on a shirt because goats wear shirts. But I can't see anything X-rated, so we're going to go ahead and scroll down. It's probably not even the right picture. It's not even the right picture. No wonder. So, okay. Why are they not showing us the actual picture on the Mirror is beyond me. So it looks like he took his shoe off and his foot looks a little bit like a penis. I mean, it kind of does like quite a bit look like a penis, but it's a sock. And yeah, this is just silly. It's her not getting any. She's got 3 kids. The husband's probably like, I mean, I don't know. Who am I to say? Stupid story, and we're moving on. Dad bans parents from babysitting daughter after they permanently damaged her body. Oh boy. Wow, and there's 296 comments on that one. We might have to click that bait. I hadn't planned on it. A furious dad has revealed how his parents piercing his daughter's ears behind his back. Okay, that's an old story that so many have told before. Somebody's cat attacking the elf on the shelf. Good for you, kitty cat. I told my husband he can't go to his ex-wife's funeral. Now I'm being called heartless. Wow. Let me just sit back and ponder that one for a second. I told my husband he can't go to his ex-wife's funeral. For real? She's telling you where you can go and where you can't go. I'm not even going to click on that. I don't really know how I feel about that. If my partner was like, my ex-husband died, I don't care. I don't even need to think about that. Go. Show your respect. It's not, even if he did some foul stuff to me, I mean, if he was a foul person, maybe it's like, okay, he used to beat the kids or something. Do you really want to go there? I mean, sounds like obviously the dad doesn't have a problem with this woman. Man slammed after refusing to say thanks for family Christmas dinner, but he hated it. My neighbor billed me for a fence he put up 17 years ago. I've only just moved in. All right, now that's weird news, and that's stuff that I'm clicking. You know me. I'm always clicking on the goofy stuff. We have to try and get you something weird and interesting and exciting. So my neighbor billed me for a fence. Many people find great comfort in being friendly with their neighbor. It's nice to have someone to exchange smiles with, have a quick chat with, or someone to take in deliveries for you when you're not at home. I kind of had that, and then the old lady went a bit nuts. But one woman's dreams of growing a great relationship with her neighbors were crushed when he handed her a bill for a fence that he built 17 years ago. Wow. Shannon Spencer had recently moved into her home in Perth, Australia, and was given a 17-year-old receipt for $506 for a boundary that was built in 2005. The woman told ABC Radio Perth that it wasn't a huge amount, but it's just the fact that the fence has been there for 17 years, and he's held this receipt in his hand, this invoice in his hand, waiting for the perfect time to come over and hand it to me. Shannon had initially thought it was a joke, but the neighbor said that all the other neighbors had paid him for the fence and that she was the last one. So there's nobody lived in this house for 17 years? It turns out that due to Australia's Divided Fence Act, the neighbor was legally allowed to ask for his neighbors to share the cost of the fence. The reason the previous owner of the house didn't have to pay was because the land was vacant for 17 years. Shannon is also disputing paying for the fence because of the condition it's in. And she says it's rusted and not even the same height as the surrounding fences. Fair enough. This is not a quality 17-year-old fence that you're asking me to pay for. It's old. It's almost 2 decades old. This receipt is 2 decades old. I can barely see the ink. Probably done on a dot matrix printer like they use at the airport. They're the only people that keep those printers and paper companies in business. I had surgery to shorten my toes. Trolls call me gremlin feet, but they're so pretty. I don't know if I should touch that one. Man slammed after refusing to say thank you. We said that. My mom is canceling Christmas this year as I won't spend hundreds on her presents. Wow. Petty ass mama. My boyfriend's last name is so embarrassing I can't pass it down to my kids. All right, bait clicked. Let's go. You decided to date this guy. This is his name, Irving Snot Pockets. Many women adopt their husband's family name when they get married, but doing so can come with its risks. One woman has revealed how she is struggling to imagine a happy future with her boyfriend because his last name is far too embarrassing to even utter out loud. You know, she went to Reddit. She's only 21. She should have known this beforehand. Anyway, she doesn't like the name. She also added, as we've become more serious, I've started to think about the implications of taking on his last name. What's the last name? Tell me already. Oh, I have no cameras up. There's no cameras up. Not sure what happened there, people of Earth. I don't know how long we were without camera, but things happen, don't they? On Zoom. At first, it didn't really bother me. Lots of my friends poked fun at me and at me and family, but I wasn't too concerned. We had only just started dating, and I wasn't thinking long term. What? Dinkelberg? In the children's TV series, The Fairly Odd Parents, the evil neighbor is called Sheldon Dinkelberg. Is that his name? She added, I often think to myself that this is a shallow worry and that I need to just get over it if I really like him. You kind of do. One user said, get over it. My husband and now my last name literally means boob. My last name is another word for boobs. I couldn't be more proud to be lucky enough to have his name. Call me Mrs. Boobs. Seriously, embrace it and be proud. That's what somebody said. What is the name? Is it Dinkleberry or did I miss it? Because I'm just trying to skim through this and not sit here and spend hours reading this boring article to you guys that you don't want to hear in its entirety. Okay, now I'm beginning to think twice. My kids, now the woman won't Now, while the woman wouldn't reveal her boyfriend's surname, she says it's like Timmy Turner's dad's evil neighbor, but worse. In the children's television series of Fairly Odd Parents, the evil neighbor is called Sheldon Dinkelberg. She's ridiculous. Get over yourself. How on earth did we stop on that dumb story? Jeremy Clarkson horrified by Meghan Markle backlash as he admits mistake after 12,000 complaints. MP urges ITV to ban Jeremy Clarkson from screens after vile Meghan Markle rant. These English people over here, man, I'm not even going to comment on that, man, but it's wild. Monarchy is over, you guys. The Queen is gone. Once Charles is gone, things are going to be completely different over here. You just have to embrace it. You older generation, it's over. You don't run the earth anymore. You have no power anywhere. Things are about to change. Unfortunately, a lot of people here don't want to accept that. Gretel the Goose dies of heartbreak after soulmate Hansel gets trapped in frozen lake. All right. I'm really struggling. Do we get a timestamp on the show so we know how long we've been boring these people today? I'm not buying Christmas gifts for my teen kids. It sounds harsh, but there's a good reason. All right. You're going to traumatize your kids. This is part of the reason why I don't like Christmas. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I was not always the most brilliant, intelligent light of sunshine that you see before you. And report cards always came out in November, like right before Christmas. And my mom was a huge academic person. She just retired from being a professor at the University of Michigan. So if you sucked at school, you suck at life. So I would always end up getting clothes for Christmas or some nonsense I didn't want because my mom wouldn't let me have the stuff I wanted. You gotta see my notes in this class. I'm taking this back to the store. Awesome. All right, camera B. Camera B in the place to be. That's why we didn't have another camera. Something has happened to this camera. I don't know what's going on. It's not registering. A fed-up mom says she doesn't feel like buying her children any presents this Christmas as they owe her money. Okay, this is different. The mom of two has a close relationship with her sons, aged 19 and 20, but they've borrowed over 500 pounds from her and have yet to pay a penny back. Fair enough. They're not children. They're adults. One, they're 20, 19 and 20. I mean, Christmas is for children. The rest of it is just family time together. You know, the buying gift stuff needs to end at like 25-ish. I really say like 15. Once they turn 15, man, come on. You got birthdays. Get out of here. Now, she's not sure if she's not sure if, oh, geez, we made it so far into the show without there being any typos or grammatical errors. themirror.co.uk. Every week. Anyway. Now, she's not sure if should buy Christmas presents for either of them on account of their long-standing debts. She's certain they'll pay up eventually, but she's been left waiting 6 months so far. Here's what she do. I have your solution for you. I'm not even going to comment on this. This is just some information. Oh, look, the other camera just decided to just start working. Hi, welcome to the show, Camera B. That I didn't click on. You buy the 19 and the 20-year-old Christmas presents, right? They come to Christmas with gifts for you. Then you give them gifts. Only if those gifts, one, so this is a caveat. If the gifts, you open your gifts first. You need to have like 2 gifts for each kid. I don't know what you would normally buy. Maybe 3. If you would buy 3 normally, buy 3, but 1 crummy gift, right? Buy them like a CD or something, or a DVD. They probably got an Xbox, but it's still a joke, right? Buy them a DVD of like Ghostbusters or like Stripes or Ghost or Dirty Dancing, right? Your favorite like 80s film. Buy them a DVD and then buy them 3 other gifts that you would normally get them. If they give you like slipper socks or like an ironing board or like one of those spider catcher things, you give them the DVD and that's all you give them. Take the other shit back to the store. I shouldn't have said that. But if the gifts are on point, you give them the DVD anyway. Give it to them first. Then and only then do you give them the other gifts. That's the deal. If they come with nothing, you don't even give them the DVD. You don't have to give them the DVD. You don't have to give them nothing. Like, I didn't buy you guys anything. Y'all owe me 5 big ones. I'm buying you nothing. Because if they've got money to buy gifts, then they could have just paid you back. Anyway, let's hit this last page and then get you on with your life because I'm out of coffee. And these stories are it's always when I turn this, when I shut it down, the show down, that's when I see stories that you're going to find interesting. I got dumped just before Christmas. I should be heartbroken, but I couldn't be happier. Well, good for you. My mom always ruins Christmas dinner. I'm not letting her near the kitchen this year. I'm surprised at how many women can't cook. I am, and it's not I don't mean that as a sexist statement. I've just met quite a few people since being in this country, at least, who have told me horror stories about their moms who can't cook. Like bland food, like we used to be so glad. She used to make potatoes all the time, stuff like that. She couldn't cook, but they can all cook. They can cook, so it's like they either learned out of necessity or, it's interesting to me, that's all. Psychic who can read boyfriend's mind says he can't get away with anything. Yeah, you probably can't. I work at Lapland at Christmas. There's one important trait you need to get the job. My mom made me a murder mystery advent calendar. Every day has another terrifying clue. That's kind of cool. I'm not clicking on it, though. No, I didn't care about that. My date ditched me at a bus stop and said, I'm clingy for wanting a safe ride home. Did he pick you up at the bus stop? I'm assuming it's he. It might have been a her. I have no clue. A woman was left outraged when her date left her at the bus stop in the freezing cold instead of giving her a lift, and called her clingy for wanting to get home safely. You can get home safely on the bus, especially here in England. Doesn't mean that you won't, but I mean, the buses here are pretty safe. In America, you don't get on the bus. I mean, depending on where you live, I guess. The world of dating can be tricky to navigate. Datingformen.com is going to be back up shortly as well. Fellas, dating4men.com. We got help for you guys out there. Help with your dating profile. Help with everything. We got you. Right down to your shower gel. What does your bathroom smell like? Datingformen.com. It's coming back. 2023. Let's go. Anyway, the world of dating can be tricky to navigate. But one woman has been left furious after her date. I thought she was outraged. Is she outraged or is she furious? Make up your mind, mirror.co.uk. Pick an adjective and stick with it, please. These women, they just don't know. That's why everybody's so confused. They don't know how they're supposed to feel. That's weird. Anyway. as she was left stranded at a bus stop in the snow instead of offering her a lift home in his car. In an anonymous post, a woman shared text messages between herself and her date, in which she called him out for dumping her at a bus stop in the freezing cold, and also said she had felt unsafe while waiting for the bus as she was on her own and in the dark. Anyway, and although she expected her date to understand his mistake, he instead called her needy and clingy for expecting a safe ride home. Is it your first date? Is it your fourth date? Did he say put out or get out? I mean, we need to know some context here. Where's this guy? Where's his side of the story? The text messages, which were shared on Reddit, where else would they have been shared, began when the man asked the woman why she had unmatched with him on Tinder. All right, now it's getting good now. Why did you unmatch with him on Tinder? He's already in his feels now. This clearly couldn't be the first date. I've gone on dates where they unmatch with me because here, what am I on there for now? I've seen that happen before, and I don't know why. I've never bothered to ask. Maybe it's a young thing. Apparently, you're not supposed to put a period at the end of a text either, because it's kind of like, meh. If you do that, I've just found that out like a week ago. It's a young people thing. Don't put a full stop at the end of a text, because it's kind of like F you. Anyway, unmatched on Tinder, to which she said, wait, okay, backing it up. The text messages, which were shared to Reddit, began when the man asked the woman why she had unmatched with him on Tinder, to which she said, well, dumping me at a bus stop in the freezing cold without an explanation is a dick move. Hey, her words, not mine. We had a comment on this, or a conversation about the N-word on the Beatdown podcast, at Beatdown Pod, which you can also find on v3tv.uk. Let's move this so you can actually see that, because I don't want you to miss out on that lovely artwork down there. Her date initially tried to excuse his actions by claiming his roommate had a medical emergency. That old caveat, that old chestnut. And that he needed to rush home to take him to the hospital, but then added at the end of the message, didn't realize you're a needy funk, without the N changed to a C. The woman then replied, oh, this is so juicy. This should be a show, an episode. We should make it. I'm not going to say. I've already ruined it. The woman then replied, quote, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your roommate is okay. But I don't think making sure I have a safe ride home after a date is being needy, especially when it was dark and freezing, snowing outside. How did she meet the guy in the first place? She just expected a ride? Why didn't you arrange an Uber? It's not his responsibility to get you home, especially if this is the first date. Then the bloke took another turn as he accused her of creating drama. Well, she kind of is. And said that giving her a lift home shouldn't have been expected because he didn't see their date as serious. I'm not mad at him. It's not his responsibility to drive you home. He said, drama much? It was a hookup, let's face it. Thought we understood each other. Don't be so clingy. Ouch. He's being he's being a dick. After the woman told him he was missing the point, he ended the conversation with another message which read, I'll let you calm down a little and dial down the drama before we talk again. I'm sorry you had these lofty expectations. First of all, young man, how old did he say he was? 20s? Did it say how old he was? 20? Was it like 20? He's young. He's got to be young because they're on Tinder. I mean, it doesn't have to be. She's on the bus. Let's just assume. Let's meet up later this week and we can talk about it, he said. Oh, okay, so he was like, the sex was okay. She's got a little spice in her. I'll get it. She wants to smoke. Let's go. She's saucy. When posting the screenshots on Reddit, the woman wrote, my Tinder match dumped me off at a bus stop in the freezing cold in the middle of the night. Apparently, I'm needing for wanting a safe ride home. Uber. All right, let's get to the commenters because I actually care what I'm curious to see what these people say. Commenters on the post urged the woman to block the man and not talk to him again, as many of them said he had no respect for her. This is a whole episode right here, man. Oh, we need Jirai for this one. Let's see if we can get any information from her while we podcast. It's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. But she is actually on WhatsApp, so we might get lucky. So, quick question for you. I'm live on the show right now. If you have a response, great. If you don't, it's not a big deal. So, this woman took to Reddit. She went on a date with a guy. Date is over. I don't know his age. They live in this country. He takes her to the bus stop, drops her off. She's upset because she felt she should have got a safe ride home. Is it his responsibility? Mind you, I think it's their first date. She unmatched with him on Tinder. Then they went on the date. He thought the date wasn't serious. It was just a hookup. Drops her off at the bus stop. She texts him with an attitude because she dropped him off at the bus stop. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Should she have expected a ride home? Could she not have just gotten an Uber? Who is in the right? Jirai, you guys, we needed her for this. This is the whole episode, but we're going to hopefully get some commentary from her, and we'll come back to touch on this story after we read the comments. So, a third wrote, wait, where's the second one right? One person said, block him and never communicate with him again. He clearly doesn't have an ounce of respect for you. Run and never look back. God, shut up. While another one added, he's absolutely devoid of respect. Even worse, he's blaming you for his asshole behavior and proceeds to not take any responsibility. It's not his responsibility. A third one wrote, this was infuriating to read. As much as an asshole move this was. Why can you say asshole here, but you don't put asshole up there? It's context, right? This goes back to the whole N-word conversation we had on the Beatdown Pod, at Beatdown Pod, guys, Instagram. I'm kind of glad he didn't drive you home so he doesn't know where you live, assuming he didn't pick you up there, bullet dodge. Why is everybody, maybe I'm just the can I say asshole, or is it out of context again? Nobody's commenting on here. Anyway, I don't agree with that story. I can see how, was there a conversation before that she was getting a ride? Was there a conversation after? Probably none of that stuff. I flew to Bali for a first date, but got ghosted. Then I saw him on the flight home. That's great. That's great. Ooh, wow. Dad sparks outrage with controversial way to make sure kids behave at Christmas. Looks like that Christmas gift is in the fireplace. Now, this dad is definitely causing trauma to his kids, assuming they're children. One dad's jokey method to keep kids behaving ahead of Christmas Day went viral on TikTok and left people divided, with some viewers dubbing the suggestion cruel. Are we out of camera again? Knock that stuff off. Just knock it off. Christmas is a time when families come together and tensions can run high. And with presents just around the corner, children will be very excited, making it all too easy for them to misbehave. Parents have tried some... Parents have some... Oh, God, they did a typo. I can't believe it's 2 stories in one day. Parents have some tried and tested... Okay, it's right. Parents have some tried and tested ways of ensuring they behave ahead of the big day, including Elf on the Shelf, the festive little character, blah, blah, blah. But one dad's cheeky method went viral. We already said that. Sorry, the studio's dusty, and it's been dusted, but maybe it's this rug. I die in here sometimes. On TikTok, Dad Benny shared a video of a roaring fire. It was a roaring fire. Chestnuts roasting on that open roaring fire, I'm sure. With presents dotted around the room and festive wrapping paper, he explained, Christmas is coming, and here's a surefire way to ensure your little darlings are behaving proper. The captions on the video said, with Christmas approaching, here's a top tip for parents. Wrap up some empty boxes and pretend they have presents. Then each time one of those little effers misbehaves, chuck one into the fire. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. If you do plan to do this, which we'd advise against, says the Mirror, make sure you know which boxes contain real presents. If there's no gift in it, you can pick it up and tell there's no gift in there. Anyway, that's kind of funny. It's a little, not really weird, but it's interesting. It's an interesting thing to do. Doesn't look like Jiraiya has watched my message, so we won't get that response. Maybe we'll do a follow-up episode. Out of the weird news, onto the MSN to get you on with your life, to get you out of here. The show has gone on for a minute, and let's see what we have come up with. Wow, former NFL running back reportedly in hospice at 31. The fans have kicked on. It's time to do the poll questions and get you out of here. One poll, two Bing quiz questions. Would you stay anonymous if you won a $100 million jackpot? Yes, no, I don't know. Wow. Would I stay anonymous? No, I wouldn't. The answer for me is no. 91% said yes. 4 said no. I'm in that 4% of 19,370 that said no. And 5% said they don't know. I get why you would stay anonymous. You don't want people calling you up and being like, hey, can I get, loan me some money till my, till my check clears? Get out of here with that, bro. I've seen it. I don't like it. It's not going to happen. Do we got one more? Do we care? Who cares about that? All right. Quiz time, kiddies. So if you've been paying attention to the news, this is real news. You might be able to answer this quiz question, which I almost never can based on my education on the news for that week. Kate Bush's 1985 hit, Running Up That Hill, charted again in 2022 thanks to which streaming show? Yellow Jackets, Miss Marvel, Stranger Things. Well, I don't know what Yellow Jackets is. I do know Stranger Things is set in the 80s. That's probably why I'm going to click on that one. Miss Marvel sounds too new, but it's probably that one. So I'm clicking Stranger Things anyway, just due to the deductive reasoning. And I was right. Well, I'm right. 63% of 8,115 people said Stranger Things. 21 said Miss Marvel. 16 said Yellow Jackets. Next quiz question in the game is over. Who actually hosted the Oscars in March of 2022? Was it the Oscars? It was the Oscars. Chris Rock. Oh, wait. He was just presenting an award, wasn't he? Jimmy Kimmel, Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes. Wow, they had 3 hosts? That makes sense. All women, all comedians. Well, Regina Hall's not a comedian. Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I don't know. Chris Rock got slapped, right? But I don't think he was hosting. Chris Rock. Dang, I knew it was those women. I knew it. 48% of us are stupid or just guessed. 32% you got it right. 20% said Jimmy Kimmel, which had nothing to do with anything. 7,164 people spoke, and that's what they came up with. No more big quiz or none of that stuff. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, v3tv.uk is the website. V3TV UK is the Instagram. You can search on YouTube, I think, V3TV Network Podcast. They've got these new words that you can search, handles or whatever. I can't seem to make it work. If you got suggestions for the show, let us know. You can email the show at info@v3tv.uk. Info@v3tv.uk. Almost gave you the personal email address. which is Vaughn at v3tv.uk. I don't care. You can email that one if you want. That's where you send all your car photos. Thanks for listening. Love you all. Have a great week. Peace.
These ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Seal, documentary filmmaker.
I need more. Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.